everything is changing. And not only is it changing, but it's changing at an accelerated rate. You have the challenge here, and then you have the response that's equal to it. That equals success. But then you have a new challenge up here. The old successful patterns, processes, practices no longer work. Nothing fails like success. It requires an entirely new kind of response. What's the nature of the new challenge today? It's permanent whitewater. It's constant churning, changing environment. So it necessitates having a response that does not change. I love the analogy of a rowing crew on a beautiful lake that's quiet and placid to illustrate the difference between the nature of the leadership required today compared to the leadership that is required in the past. I mean, in the rowing crew, in a sense, the coxswain would sit in the back of the boat and essentially give out the orders, and the people would adapt and he would adjust. But on a turbulent whitewater situation, everyone has to have something inside them about what are we trying to do, what are the principles that are operating here, because if you try to manage them, they can't even hear you for the noise, the roar, and they have to have it inside them. I suggest there are only 3 constants. 1 is change. 2 is principles. And 3, choice, the power that you and I have to adapt to the other 2 constants. The greatest need we have in this whitewater world, this permanent whitewater world, is something that does not change, a changeless core. If people have principles at their center so that it's a changeless core, it gives them the capacity to deal with the dynamic changes that surround them. That's the whole concept of the nature of leadership today, is that the more you can get people committed to a common vision, a common purpose, and a common set of principles, and they already have it inside them, then the leadership work has been done. And that's what the concept of principle-centered leadership is that you get principles into the heart and minds of people, and then into their culture. Then that begins to permeate and affect all other relationships. That's what has permanent strength and viability, so that it gives people at the center of an organization and in the center of their hearts and souls a sense of direction.